Harvester ant venom is some of the most toxic in the world, and it was used as a hallucinogen by natives in California. This common genus of ants, Pogonomyrmex, has one of the greatest toxicity to mammals of any arthropod, with an intravenous median lethal dose of 0.13 to 1.1 milligrams per kilogram. So as few as 340 stings could kill me, or 2 stings for a 1-pound mammal. The creator of the Schmidt sting pain index ranked harvester ants only below the stings from those from bullet ants and tarantula wasps.
This species is the red harvester ant, Pogonomyrmex barbatus, and it's common throughout the southwest. It likes those arid regions, but its population has been declining in recent years from competition with the red imported fire ant. The sting from this species feels like a yellow jacket or paper wasp, but the pain lasts for a lot longer, and I'll show you how I know that.
They like the down, but I also moistened a piece of grass and they want to stick to that too. But I'll make one sting me. I've been stung several times on the leg already, but you kind of have to make them do it.
Do it.
Oh, he's like, I don't like violence.
I shouldn't.
You can see him trying to sting me. No, he just wants out of this. Okay, he's stinging me. Ow, you can see his stinger. Extruded there. He's pumping in that venom right now. I think his stinger's stuck. Well, I felt him sting me right away. Ooh, he's getting more in there. Oh God! Okay, that's pretty bad. Oh, it's like a yellow jacket sting. Okay, you can stop stinging me now. So this one's probably not one of the worst harvester ant species, but definitely far worse of a sting than any other ant, maybe except the bullet ant. It feels like a yellow jacket sting, maybe a little bit worse, like a red hot needle is a good way to describe it. But it stuck me already several times in the inside of my legs, they're crawling up my pants.
4 hours later, and you can still see the welt, and it still feels like I'm being burned there. You can also see the marks from bite there and there, one right there, this one higher up inside my pants that were crawling in. That shows you how gentle they are, because the ones here were biting because I was barefoot and the hem of the pants was hitting them. Inside my pants, they felt trapped, and I forced this one to do it. 16 hours later, you can still see the welt a bit. It's definitely still sore to the touch, but the stinging, throbbing sensation went away when I was going to sleep. About 6 hours after it stung me, it was still searing and throbbing in pain and very sensitive to the touch.
The Maricopa harvester ant, Pogonomyrmex maricopa, has some of the most toxic venom in the genus, and Schmidt described the sting as after 8 unrelenting hours of drilling into the ingrown toenail, you find the drill wedged into the toe. This one feels like a red hot needle jammed into you. A few have stung me already. So shockingly, harvester ants were used as a hallucinogen and ritual medicine by the Kitinemuk, Kawayasu, Tubatulabal, Chumash, Yukuts, and Miwok. Pogonomyrmex californicus was most likely the species commonly used, but others may have also been used. For use as a ritualistic hallucinogen, in the context of the vision quests of native youth, the harvester ants were eaten after 3 days of fasting from food and water. So in the daytime, in an isolated location, fully exposed to the elements, an experienced elder administrator, the ant doctor, would lay the youth on the ground on their back and feed him, somewhat forcibly, balls of moistened eagle down with 4 to 5 ants clinging to each of those balls. The dose was regulated, and from dozens to 90 balls, so 1 to 400 ants, were fed to the youth. The ant feeding stopped when the eyes of the youth turned red and he became lethargic and refused more, presumably because of the ants stinging him from the inside out already. The moistened down feathers allowed the swallowing of these ants alive, and the empty stomach from fasting as well as vomitary vomiting beforehand kept the ants alive in the stomach. And so the stomach was swarming with live ants. The ant doctor then acted as if they were leaving momentarily, and they snuck up behind and poked his ribs hard with a shout to startle him, provoking the ants to all sting his stomach lining at once, causing the youth to go catatonic. The venom was absorbed directly through the stomach lining out, bypassing the liver, and the sudden massive dose simply shut down the nervous system. In this near-death state, the youth would have visions, wherein he would obtain spirits of animals, dream helpers, to help him in certain abilities in life. After regaining consciousness, hot water was drunk to induce vomiting, wherein the ants may have even come out alive. In most cases, the ants were eaten just once, but in some cases, when the youth awoke several hours later, he would be asked if they could take more, and the process would be repeated for 2 to 4 days. For 4 days afterward, the youth must stay alone, and he and the ant doctor must not speak to anyone. To obtain shamanistic powers, the ants would be eaten in a similar manner every summer until the powers were obtained. Harvester ants were also ingested similarly for a variety of ailments such as paralysis, gastrointestinal ailments, severe colds, pain, arthritis, and gynecological disorders. Now, no hallucinogenic compound has been isolated from any arthropod, but ant venom glands can contain a complex variety of potent alkaloids, lactones, hemolysins, and enzymes. And this psychoactivity may simply be a physiological response to acute massive envenomation in synergy with a fasted state. So hallucinations were endogenously produced by altering levels of serotonin, norepinephrine, and dopamine. Harvester ants eat seeds and can be identified by their large size and habit of making nests that have one large entrance, frequently in sandy ground, and it's surrounded by a circle that they have cleared away. Their potent venom likely evolved to protect against predators such as birds, lizards, and small mammals, and their large size and habit of foraging in the open for seeds would make them an attractive target for predators. But since a single sting may be fatal or debilitating, predators don't want to risk it. They have relatively few individuals in the colony, maybe only a few hundred, and so the individual lives are far more valuable. But as peace-loving vegans, they're not aggressive at all and will basically only sting if you force them to, which is why their painful sting is not widely known. But you probably want to avoid being stung by them because, it's like a yellow jacket sting.